Welcome to Boys episode 149.
We are literally on the precipice of 150.
We are.
I'm happy.
And we have a wonderful guest, an old friend, a companion. I almost said padre, but you're not my daddy.
A sponsor.
Compadre.
A fucking sponsor.
We have a sponsor on the show.
We do. We're going to get right to that. But first, a bit of key jingling to get the show started and a little bit of business. BoysPodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as that golden donate button. You know the drill. If you like us, if we bring you joy week after week after week after week after week after week after week after, hit the button, send a few bucks our way. We'll leave the light on for you.
Nice. Boys is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Spotify. Leave a review. Leave a review.
Leave a review or something.
Leave a review on iTunes. It lets us rise up the ranks. Subscribe. Just share the shit out of it is all I can ask you to do.
Tell a friend. Man.
Tell a friend.
Email us, boys@boyspodcast.com. Send us some feedback. Throw that physical address in the bottom. We'll send you some stickers. Look at this bounty of stickers. I'm staring at a bunch.
I stuck up a bunch when I was in Chicago.
I see 5 different designs, styles, various widths, heights, thicknesses, glossiness. Oh,
Indoor, outdoor.
I could just keep going, but I won't.
No.
That's again, boys@boyspodcast.com.
So I want to say thanks to the sponsors, Anthem, anthembrewing.com. Anthem Brewing on Southeast 4th Street, Oklahoma City. Get in that tap room. Drink some new beers. They got some delicious shit. Should I even say it? Fat Bison, the man in the room.
Does he need an introduction?
Fatbison.com. Provider of home goods, wares for you and yours and mine. My family is getting handmade furniture.
Stop.
From the man.
Stop. Deliver the message. Go. From your mother.
Oh, from my mother. Thank you so much. My mom's apparently an old Jewish lady now. Thank you so much for making furniture for her. She's so excited about it.
She was very polite. We met at the diner around the corner from my house. Your parents are both retired. And
yes.
It seems like they live just a sweet life of leisure.
Very much so.
But also like a sitcom archetype, they seem like, because your mom started asking me these questions. So we met to go over the specs of this table.
Sure.
This dining set I'm building her.
Beveled edges.
Yeah. And
I told her that story too. That's funny.
Yeah, she was wondering where we had met before, if we had. Mm-hmm. And it was when you and I had our first or second apartment ever. Mm-hmm. And we briefly lived together and realized we weren't responsible enough to hold it down.
Someone
not responsible enough to have an apartment.
You shouldn't give an 18-year-old. You shouldn't just give an 18-year-old fucking a lease to an apartment.
No, that's crazy.
It's just dumb.
That's why those kind of apartments that you can get into as an 18-year-old.
It's a fucking glorified halfway house. Let's be honest. Yeah. Like it's a turn and burn. You had like half of your bedroom painted and the other, like you just gave up mid-stroke.
I didn't get to the trim part. I just did the roller part.
Yeah.
On one wall.
No edging.
But anyway, we met at the local small town diner in Nakoma Park, and
that's the All-American Dixie Diner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great diner.
And she was getting into, she was like, can you do the thing where there's like a split in the table and it's kind of, I didn't know what she was asking for, but your dad was like, put his hand on her arm. He's like, just let him do it.
Yep.
Let him do it. That's the sitcom dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
But they're very sweet.
My parents are lovely.
Well, you can check out Matt's fine work at fatbison.com.
Actually, there's a 20% off. I sent this out yesterday, 20% off if the sign is ordered in the month of April.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Time is ticking, though.
Yeah, you're halfway through.
Yep. You're halfway through. By the time this comes out, man, get on it. Get some wood.
Get some wood.
That's...
When I was first starting... Sorry to stay on the...
Hey, this is all about you, boy.
Yeah. When I was first starting this business... before I'd quit my job and I was just tossing around ideas like the name of the company and like slogans and logos and stuff, I was more in like our old punk rock band mentality, thinking like cool is what's going to, or unique is what's going to make. And since then, the internet's developed like 7 years since then. And we know that people just get on the internet, Amazon style, want the cheapest, best thing and don't want to read a bunch of bullshit. And you have to write a bunch of bullshit for SEO purposes. But back then, I would have written something like get wood or
Like a Big Johnson of the woodworking world. Yeah.
The original name for the business was Starfighter Thundergate, but
way too
That's too
weird.
much.
Nobody was going to get it.
It's you go to this great length to make your business, your livelihood, an inside joke between three people.
Yeah.
An old stoner joke.
You think everybody gets what you're going at, though.
Right. You think that our little language that we've curated over these years is like widely accepted, and let's be honest, it's not.
I've seen a lot of them pop up, and I swear we were the originators.
Well, I've always been a
Like quality.
influencer.
Using quality, ironically.
Oh yeah, the high
We
quality.
invented that.
Quality. Champion Vintage OKC on Instagram. Check them out. Buy some shit.
These catchphrases are just rolling off the tongues.
Yeah.
tonight.
I want to know, as a listener,
Mm-hmm.
tell me more about Champion Vintage, because you say it and you say go check it out. I want to know about
we
it.
had the ladies on the show. Champion Vintage consists of my wife and her friend Chelsea. My wife started up a while back, but it's vintage merchandise. You got vintage clothing. You got vintage housewares. You have some vintage cameras, things of that nature.
Trinkets.
Belts,
Tchotchkes.
bags, tchotchkes, mostly clothes.
Mm-hmm. A lot of clothes.
Hand picked, not just some bullshit.
It's all about the curation.
Curation. It's not like Tweety Bird T-shirts. It's like dresses and a lot of women's clothes. So ladies,
That would sell, though, like the denim shirt with the
it's-
embroidered Tweety Bird.
Shanna's
kids are all about
real
that.
into that Peach Pit Vintage on Instagram. Hi, Shanna. I know you're listening. I hope you're listening.
Hi, Shanna.
She sells the shit out of like old Warner Brothers. It's exactly embroidered on a jean shirt or a flannel.
How much would the crisscross Bugs and Taz with their pants on backwards?
Would you like to know? I was at a thrift store in Chicago. It was a vintage shop in Chicago. That they had that exact shirt. The marked price on the tag was, I shit you not, $275.
Was it mint? Was it faded?
No, it was pretty worn.
Did it have pit stains and like rips in the hems?
No pit stains, but you could just tell. It had
XL?
been worn. It was an XL.
That's all they made back then. You found that in a small? You're like, what alien came
That
and
wouldn't
dropped
look
this
right.
off? No.
No, you're not gonna find anything that's gonna fit you well now. You know.
Lastly, thank you. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling a friend. Thanks for emailing. Thanks for donating. I just wanted to take a moment to say thanks. Now on with the show. Okay, we're here with Matt Street, my buddy, my pal. How you
Old
doing?
pals, both of us, all of us.
I was thinking about that on the way home.
Mhm.
I was like, man, how long have the three of us known each other? And
Let's do age math. 16-ish for me meeting you guys.
Well, yeah, it was sophomore year.
yeah,
We're all 37-ish.
oh my God.
21 years.
That's a long
That is a very
fucking
long
time,
time.
man.
It's a long time.
And I don't want to get heady, but it's a lot of our life spent.
It turns into
together.
something beyond, I don't mean this to be like all heartfelt. It is something different than a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something like a marriage where you're both the same person, but it is like you just pick up a conversation. You have a language on a different level of just talking, right? I can just look into your eyes and see what you're
What am I
thinking.
thinking?
About vintage video games or something.
No, you don't know me. You never did. You never took the time.
We all think the reason for that is probably we just think about the same shit over, or say the same shit over and over and over 20 years. So what else are you going to talk about?
Well, Borners,
just-
Bears, top hats.
Mhm.
What else can you talk
Quality.
about? Quality.
Blue 479s,
Mhm.
fish sandwiches.
Starfighter Thundergate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. See you next week.
Great
So,
episode.
It's springtime.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that it's springtime?
It feels like summertime, but it
It
is
popped
springtime.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. Spring is sprung.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've mowed twice already.
man, I mowed. Here we go. Talking about mowing. Here we go. Call my dad up.
This
Talk
is it.
about the rain.
Oh, real quick. This is what I was trying to touch on. We talk about things like mowing, classic dad conversation, right? But there is that second level of talking about mowing, and you're just enjoying the old friendship that you have together, talking
Yeah.
about mowing,
Yeah.
sitting on the porch, watching cars go by.
Watching the world go by. Talking about the weather. talking about
Yeah.
weird shit we
You
saw
can talk
online.
about rain.
Yeah.
But you're
start
meaning more than...
Well, you start doing it ironically, like kind of making fun of, out there mowing, but there's probably 80% truth. Like, I'm just enjoying talking to you about mowing the lawn, man.
Mhm.
As you get older, the ironic nature of it creeps out and the reality creeps in. And
Same
before
thing
you
with
know
clothing. I've wondered that too. Like, I've always said, like, dads they didn't dress like that their whole lives. It's eventually they wake up one day and they're wearing pleated khakis and white New Balances. I think maybe it was like these are kind of comfortable, and it kind of creeps in just a little. And it just
We're not
becomes
going to
you.
be those
I'll never
dads,
dress
though.
that way, though. I'm never going to wear white New Balance and some
No, but
hemmed denim shorts.
But you're doing the new dad, which is you wear the Adidas, those or those Nike, what are they, Air Maxes? Those are the New Balance. Those are cool New Balances.
Yeah.
No, I think we're aware, and they had a lack of access to culture that we don't have.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to get out of touch.
Well, yeah. Well, what our dads were in high school, like in the late 60s, is my dad going to wear Chuck Taylors at 60 something years old? No.
Your dad had zero, or any of our parents,
Mm-hmm.
most of them had zero idea what cool was fashion wise.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Where would you learn that? JCPenney catalog?
I've seen photos of my dad when he was in his late teens, early 20s, and he looked like a Kings of Leon reject.
By default,
you know,
that's what you looked like in
everybody
Choctaw.
looked like
Yeah.
the long hair and the mustache and
Yeah.
looking like a young porn star or something. I don't know. I
yeah.
don't think of my dad
Yeah.
that way.
Giant butterfly collared polyester shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Balls hanging out of cut-off jeans.
Yeah. That's my dad now.
That's a dad.
Yeah.
Your dad does have long balls.
He just hangs his brain and fucking cut off shorts all the time.
He throws them over his shoulder when he's weed eating so he doesn't hurt himself.
Like a continental soldier.
So speaking of weed eating, you were out.
So yes, I mowed last week, not a couple days ago, but last weekend I mowed. I did that first spring mow of the season where you scalp it.
Now,
I
what-
always like to start it off with a good scalping before it gets
because
too
you're
hot.
buying yourself a little more time for the next mow.
Exactly. Wait a minute. Is that acceptable to say anymore when you're talking about a lawn?
Scalping?
Yeah.
If you do the chant with it, it's not acceptable anymore.
Okay. Then I
The tomahawk.
yeah, I know. I've been to the Red Earth Festival. I get it.
Is that how you mow?
Yeah. So I mowed.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend came by. We've been doing a little yard work out in the backyard, getting the yard ready for springtime, for summer. And I go out there. I'm like, fuck, this is nothing but weeds. I need to mow again. But you've done it twice. Son of a bitch.
My theory is
Getting any rain?
I don't scalp it. No, we haven't been getting rain.
No, not that good hard
Now,
falling.
the grass
God,
is green
you
and thick.
You use a riding mower
I've got a zero turn.
because you have a large property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the first thing that pops up is all weeds. My yard's all weeds and stickers. So I
Yeah.
think the scalping, I think you're onto something. If I can keep it scalped, I think the grass will come up and choke out the weeds.
And the weeds always grow first.
They do.
They do.
That purple weed.
Yeah, they pop up and it looks pretty from a distance. Then you get close or you step on it and you're like,
Oh,
ugh.
you keep it scalped and it looks like grass.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It all just blends together.
Yeah.
But with spring cleaning, with spring mowing, damn it, comes spring cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been going
Have you?
through this. Oh, dude, big time. And what I mean is out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
Downsize
Like Goodwilling?
to upgrade. No, bro. I'm talking Facebook Marketplace. You ever done it?
Yeah.
You ever sold?
But what's your minimum? Are you selling $5 things on there?
Oh, I have. Yeah.
Is it worth it?
What? Yeah. Well, because
Hey, you put enough pennies together, you got yourself $1.
no, my thing is this. So you'll find something sitting around the house, and you're like, you can throw clothes in a bag and send it to Goodwill. That's fine. But when you have like larger items, like I don't really want to put this in my fucking car and have to deal with hauling it out. Like, put it on Marketplace for $5. Someone will come by in literally 15 minutes and just pick it up on your porch.
It's a turn and burn system.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace. So I was the Craigslist kid for the longest time. And then I taught my ways to my young protege here.
Mm-hmm.
And now the teacher, wait, what is this? The
Student's become
student
the
has
teacher.
become the teacher. I'm all fucked up. Student has become the teacher. But then I started getting on Facebook Marketplace and I don't sell $5 items. I think the cheapest thing I've ever sold on there was probably, I was asking 20, I took 15.
Right.
That's worth your time. That's worth meeting down at the 7-Eleven, taking 10 minutes out of your Saturday. But I've been in this big spring cleaning mode, selling gear, selling stuff around the house. and I've made so much money in the last month.
It's addicting.
It is
How
addicting,
much
man.
off the marketplace in the last month? I would say the
Take
average
a guess.
garage sale
Okay.
you do in the spring
All right.
brings in $250.
Okay. That's good. I've had 2 garage sales at this house since I bought this house. The first one I was raking in the dough because I just had a bunch of stuff. It was already boxed up from the move. You know, when you pack up stuff to move to just leave in the garage.
Yeah.
Just fucking get rid of it. I made about $250. I've made $950 for shit.
You've made
For stuff you haven't touched.
It's like that old story of the kid that traded a paperclip for a Porsche or whatever. Do you remember that?
That old tale.
Yeah, that old classic.
And what did he end up with?
A Porsche?
Yeah, turn a
I think
paperclip
it's
into
real.
a Porsche.
Am I saying it wrong? Is it Porsche?
No, I
Okay.
don't know. I'm not
Poor
into that.
K.
This is so dad.
I know, right? So yeah.
Oh,
What's cool about it though is it is addicting.
Yeah.
And you get bit with that bug, and you just want to keep doing. So I'm like looking around. I'm like, what can I get rid of next? What can I get rid of? And I mean, I'm looking in this room. This, the boys' studio is also a catch-all for vintage things, for equipment, and
you appreciate
things.
hanging on to nostalgic things such as vintage gaming gear,
Mhm.
but I don't think, as much as me, one of your last garage sales, you got rid of a lot of Xbox One or original Xbox controllers.
So the guy, a good friend of mine, Adam, you all know him, he rented the studio apartment in my backyard, and he worked at the Children's Hospital. And what they did is they had all of these video game systems. In fact, this very flat screen TV here that we use to pull up things on the Boys podcast was donated to me. It's that premium quality, higher brand that you've come to know and love over the years.
It's right up there with
Daewoo.
Emerson,
Yeah.
Daewoo, all kinds of great.
Ape Tech.
Ape Tech.
Apex.
No, Apex. Yeah, that's what I'm rocking.
And so yeah, he had all these video game systems because what they did is they got rid of all of them, and Microsoft donated a shitload of tablets to the hospital. So they're like, these are so much easier to wipe the disease off of. It's true.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he was selling those, but he wasn't here. So he was like, can I put these out, sell them for me, and you can take 20% or something.
Seller's fee.
So that was cool. And yeah, I think I had like 10 Xbox 360s and like a box of Wii's. When's the last time you seen a box of Wii's?
Been a long time.
I'm mad that you didn't. I saw pictures of your garage sale after you'd already sold the stuff.
Did you want some of
Yeah,
it?
you should have hit me up.
Ah.
Your vintage game
Hit
friends.
that friend.
I'm sorry, dude.
That was years ago
So-
now.
Never
So
again.
with spring cleaning and all that kind of stuff. So I love going to garage sales. I love having garage sales. My wife hates them. She thinks they're like if you go to a garage sale, you're bothering people. She's like, I don't want to be. I don't know what she feels very uncomfortable at yard sales. I think they're fucking great.
I'm
love
more on
them.
her side.
You know what I love? A good estate sale where you're walking around that freshly.
Those are worse because
Left house.
it's a grieving family. Like, no, if they were that grieving, they wouldn't fucking have it. They got to pay them bills.
You know what gets you over grief? Money.
Yeah. Hey,
Money,
this fucking
baby.
ugly ass couch that grandma's had for fucking 50 years that's an eyesore. I can sell that shit for $300 and get it the fuck out of here.
But think of all the granny farts that have been launched into that couch over
or
the years.
granny's fucking on the couch.
Do you sniff it?
Oh, I always sniff it
So yeah,
and flip it.
I do like garage sales. I like estate sales, but that's the thing is like I'll go with the best intentions. Like, so we're off Fridays. It's about to be garage sale season if it isn't already.
Oh yeah.
And I'll have the best intentions of going out and just driving around, meandering, if you will. And then I'll hit like 2 and I'm like, I'm gonna go home.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're looking, you never find anything.
Yeah, but have you had the ones where you weren't expecting? Maybe you just get a cup of coffee somewhere and you see like a neighborhood garage sale sign.
You pop
Like,
in.
you pop in.
Yeah.
And the first one, you strike gold. You see something for super cheap, like, oh, that was nice.
What's gold?
Or just keep walking around. Like
What's the last gold you've stricken?
at a garage sale, I bought 2 analog synthesizers for no, they were giving to me.
Yeah, they were actually given to him.
Yeah.
He sent me photos. That's the
Yeah.
other thing we do is we send each
They
other
were-
pictures of
There were
junk.
2 vintage synthesizers that I was like, well, what's wrong with these? Like, I don't know, I just can't get them to work. It's like, oh, okay, well, how much you want for? Like, you can just take them.
That is a unicorn
Took them
sale.
home,
Yeah.
cleaned them up, put them on Reverb as is broken. They both sold for like $200 or $300.
Yeah, when I was, must have been 14, I found an 80s Kramer Striker electric guitar, single tilted humbucker, big hockey stick headstock, original Floyd Rose, perfect condition for $20. But that was 24 years ago?
Yeah.
And so it takes, and you haven't found something that good since.
No, I give it away. I give away Xboxes. You know, at the end of the day, I was like, I don't want these fucking things. And some guy came by and was like, I don't think he could speak English because he was like pointing, you know? And I was like, what's the universal sign for get this shit out of my yard? Yeah. No, I didn't shoo him out of my
Get
yard.
the fuck out of here. No, that's what you do. You go to the Sunday or whatever the final day of the yard sale is, and it's like, if it's like the yard sale from 8 to 2, you show up at 1:50.
When they have nothing but shit left.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a bunch of shit.
Baby clothes.
Yeah,
All
offer.
synthesizers.
It's all synthesized.
It's all vintage synth / Moogs.
Well,
That's
have you
all
been
it
to like
is.
garage sales now? It's that. It's like vintage cameras and like they make it look like a fucking pop-up mercantile shop. And you're like, okay, man, I'm not going to give you $50 for this jacket. It's a shitty old jacket.
Hey, listen, sometimes I love provisions, okay? I love to go down to the old mercantile,
Gotta get your provisions.
get some provisions.
Have you thought about
Artisan.
adding that to your name? Fat Bison Mercantile Provisions?
No, those would be like those. My logo is a distressed stamp badge looking thing, and I feel like that was at the front end of businesses doing that
Totally.
in 2012 is when I made that logo. Something like that.
Have you
But
ever found a
they would all say those sorts of buzzwords now.
provision code?
Mine is Fat Bison Workshop. which is
Established
one of those words.
2012 or whatever.
Mhm.
Have you
Yes,
ever struck
it's kinda
gold at a
cringe.
garage sale?
No, I don't stop that much. But the last cool thing I saw was a Castle Grayskull with no stickers in it. It was just the shell of the Castle Grayskull, no figures. And I should have got it. It's probably like $1.
Do you still
Oh.
have the nostalgia closet at your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you
There's a-
inform our listener what that is?
There's a linen closet, I guess, because it's got shelves and a drawer in the middle, and it's by the bathroom.
Ooh,
But
very closet-like.
no, closets don't always have shelves and drawers.
If it's a
right?
walk-in closet.
it's
yeah.
it's not a closet, but
A hallway
it's
closet.
meant for towels and things.
Yeah, yes.
And I've got
one myself.
old Ninja Turtles, baseball cards.
What kind of condition we talking about on these
VHSs.
turtles?
No, they're played with.
Okay.
They're not in the box.
NIB.
All mine's in a tub.
Tub of turtles?
I got a tub of
Yeah,
turtles.
I've got a tub too.
Tub
yeah.
of turtles.
And then I found a big box, 2 foot by 3 foot of Don Russ.
Baseball cards, yeah.
Don
Yes,
Russ
yes.
and Fleer
Those
and
were
Tops.
weren't
baseball
Don Russ
cards.
the shitters? Weren't those the ones that had the dark cardboard
They
backing?
were all shitters until you
No,
got to Upper
Fleer,
Deck.
Fleer,
Upper Deck,
bro?
Tops was like, that's what you want.
No,
Tops
no.
was the matte.
I thought
On
Tops
both
was the good
sides.
one.
No, I think Fleer, Upper Deck for sure. They had like embossed like
I had
gold
the,
or silver.
Upper Deck was a box you can keep them in, and it looked like a baseball dugout, and you flip it up. I had 2 of those. It fit like 300-something cards.
What a waste of money baseball cards were.
I
And
looked
same
up my prized ones, my Emmitt Smith rookie, my Sean Kemp rookie. I got a Michael Jordan Hoops rookie.
How much are them worth now? Not much.
Nothing.
with $3.
I don't
at
think
best.
anybody would buy them.
Man, I'm sitting on a stack myself, bro. I got a fat stack of baseball cards. I got a huge collection. Well, not huge, but it's adequate. No, I have a decent collection of comic books, and I'm just like, speaking of spring cleaning, I'm always like, man, I should just fucking get rid of these. And I was like, what's the best way? Same with my records, man. I've been kind of on the fence about selling all my records and keeping like, a couple of choice records.
Selections, yeah.
But I would say I probably have 100 records. I could probably sell 85 of them and be fine.
Like what's an example seller? It would be a 70s thing, right?
no,
like the
like a
fifth
Joe
copy of
Cocker.
Alabama's Roll On that you have?
right. No, those are all staying. Those are all staying. I would say like The Strokes is this it on vinyl.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
All right.
No, that's not a seller. I thought you were talking about random thrift store pickups.
Oh,
over
right.
the years.
Like your Edgar Winter, or
Yeah.
your like,
Oh, no,
your
you-
Captain and Tennille.
I go through that like every year. Like you do the toss out of old shitty records. And for a while, my wife and I were talking about getting rid of it's all on Spotify. It's the dumb thing to say. But then we
I
started
just said that.
playing more records. and then it's like, well, maybe we should get some more records.
Oh.
You buy every time you go to a guest room or a record store and you drop like $100-something, and how often do you listen to those records?
I don't. The only ones I would keep are my Beatles records because they were given to me by my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And all original pressings of the White Album and Abbey Road and Sgt. Pepper and Meet the Beatles. And I'm running out of Beatles records. That's sad. I should have
that
more.
really good one that came out.
Yeah, that new one. The Beatles Love. I would keep those. I've got a few that my dad has given me. But man, like I'm thinking of like, the third Modest Mouse album. Like, do I need that? Am I ever going to be like...
You will read
You said that
it.
about my video games, too. And I was like, because I have a cool little collection of vintage systems. And it's like, what do I need these for? Yeah. And you were like, dude, put them in a box. Like, put them in a big Rubbermaid tub.
You got room.
Wrap that tub in like some, saran wrap to keep the moisture out, keep the bugs out. Put them up in your closet or in your garage and just forget about them for like 20 years.
Why I say that? Why I agree with that? Matt said it. I agree with it. Back him up. When we were kids, we had the regular Nintendo. Then the Super Nintendo came out, blew that shit out of the water. By the time, the 64 came out, no one gave a fuck about the regular Nintendo. They're like, that thing's worth that piece of garbage. Throw it out.
You could buy those games at a pawn shop for 50 cents a piece at that time.
At that time. Mm-hmm. Now, nostalgia is so huge, they came out with the classic edition where it looks exactly, buy all these old Nintendo games. So if you keep the original, I don't know, maybe it'll come back around, or something just to hold on to, like a, what do you call it, like a talisman, something that can just take you back to a day.
I feel the power in those.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about for an investment, though. That's a dumb investment. Buy like Bitcoin or something. Right. I don't know. But it is the talisman aspect.
Yeah.
I gave away like 100 records probably to somebody who I never listened to them, and somebody wanted to get a record player and a collection from scratch.
A nice Crosley.
Oh, a good Star Wars Crosley.
Yeah, a Star Wars Crosley with a Bluetooth speaker set.
That's when, I think that's a real nice system.
That's a hi-fi.
I still regret it though. Not that I would be playing them. It just every once in a while I'll feel a little.
And that's why I haven't, because I know I would ultimately regret it. But when you get that bug, that spring cleaning bug, man, it's like, yeah. But then I think about it, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at that PlayStation 1 right there. All right. We got the DualShock controller. We got a memory card. We got the cables. Cleaned it up. Hit it with the 409. Took me back to my days at Game Exchange when I was cleaning cartridges and systems. That thing is perfect condition.
You got Twisted Metal for that bad boy?
No. That's the thing. I collect systems. I don't even collect games. I think every system I have like a handful of games for. But I'm like, throw that up on Facebook Marketplace. Get me $20 for it. And then
$20 is not worth the talisman value.
My friend, you just proved my point.
Yeah.
It's like, what's $20? What's $20?
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, $20 is $20. But.
Yeah, but okay, I'm not saying you should take $20 or sell random shit. If you're going to sell shit that cheap, it's got to be something you do not give a rat's ass about. A video, like, the talisman value or talisman factor, is that what you said?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. That's you hold on to something like it. It's even got the memory card there, man.
That's a...
You have crates of old t-shirts, too.
I do.
How's that different?
I should get rid of them.
No.
All
the shows you went to? They're all from shows you went to, right?
So I'm gonna sell them on eBay because, dude, those shits are going like hot cakes for buku bucks.
But what are you gonna do? You're
really
gonna end up with a lot of t-shirts. Might bring in $1,000. What are you gonna do with $1,000? Buy a guitar?
Yeah,
and then you're gonna miss the t-shirts.
T-shirts that have been sitting in a thing that you haven't opened in how long?
At least 4 years.
I'm just saying we should have all learned a lesson.
And you could buy a reprint of any of those now.
That's not the same.
They're always shitty. No, I get duped every time.
Actually,
where the print's like on your sternum.
I bought a Grateful Dead shirt months ago, and in the photo it was like this really cool, huge print of Bertha, and I was like, "Oh, that's so awesome!" And it shows up, and the print is like the size of a postage stamp, laughably bad in the middle of my titted chest.
I had all these like Green Day shirts back in the day, and I've been wanting to like get them again, but the legit ones are like minimum $200-something. Like, fuck, if I just would have kept them.
Spencer Gifts ones?
Yeah, they're Spencer Gifts clearance rack, $9.99. Jared's. I wish I still had them, but my mom threw them away because the devil. Anyways, but some dude sells reprints, and I click on it like $9.99. That reprint's not going to be anywhere. It's going to look shitty.
Yeah.
It's going to have the edge like it was ironed on.
Yeah. One of those, like, I remember making t-shirts out of like the transfers that you print off your computer.
Yeah.
So shitty. And just that'll stick to the chest in the summer sun. So good. Ugh. But you're right. I should just hang on to important shit and just, I don't know, but man.
Your dad had a Mickey Mantle rookie card that was in the attic that his parents couldn't find. Did you ever have a Mickey Mantle rookie card story in your family?
No.
Or Superman #1 or something?
I think my uncle had a Superman #1, but
and it got thrown
I saw
out.
right through that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was pulling my little dick. I love to clean though. I'm addicted to making that cheddar because it might only be $20, but you do that 5 times, then you got $100 burning a hole in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. I would just buy a guitar and end up selling that in 6 months. So
it's just.
But again, it's that paperclip to Porsche thing. You sell this for $100, and then you get more and more and more. And
you're not doing that though. I think it's more of like a wheeling dealing treadmill you're on. You just like dealing.
I am addicted to the deal. That is for sure. I'm addicted to the shindig. Because I'll buy something for cheap and then sell it, flip it, and then that money will go into a flip fund where I'll buy something else. I'm not going to say I bought like a guitar for $50 and I sold it for $400. I'm not going to put that $350. I'm not going to use that $350 to buy something else for $350. I'm going to break it down into chunks and then buy other little things and just build it up. But it's fucking fun to do.
Well, let me ask you this, man. What do you invest in? What is anything you can invest in right now that yields a little scratch, a little something?
Yourself. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
My health, I should like walk more.
Yeah. No, actually that is a great place. It's bloody mad. Jordan Peterson, who I actually did read his book just to read it because it was so popular. And I'm not trying to be a Jordan Peterson right now, but really the thing anybody can invest in right now is like at our age, taking care of your body because your mind follows directly right after that.
Your body is so important. You know, another thing that's important, your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
Oh, dude, you don't want to end up with those dental probs.
I've got
dental probs.
I'll just say this. I've got the British approach to oral hygiene. I haven't been to the dentist in 6 years.
I haven't either.
Me neither.
Probably 5.
I don't have disgusting teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got an electric?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I brush regularly. I Listerine. I'll floss maybe twice a week, sometimes once a week. But, you know, when I'm feeling the need. But I have nice, like, I'm tasting my teeth right now. They're nice and clean. They might be a little
Until
yellow.
you suck one of those tooth gap things out and it's like some rotten meat.
Yeah.
Ooh. I have that same kind of mentality with it. I
That
don't.
doesn't happen.
But I figure a guy like you who's so, I don't want to say paranoid. What's the word?
Smart.
Conscious?
Beautiful.
No, when you go to the doctor a lot.
Hypochondriac.
You're a little. Where I'm the same way. I would figure you'd be like, I want to go to the dentist. Is there something about a dentist that you won't go to?
Yeah, spending money. That's
true.
really all it is.
Yeah, dental insurance is fucked up.
Well, and just going to the dentist costs so much money.
Yeah, it's
It's
far
like-
more than going to a doctor's. It's not a $20 copay.
Yeah. I don't know. I brush. I do all the things I listed a minute ago, but it's like, yeah, I should probably go get my teeth cleaned or make sure they're not cracked or falling out.
But here's the thing with
But
the
it's
teeth
like,
cleaning.
they're just teeth, man.
You go in for a teeth cleaning, and that's when they go, well, you should really get this, this, and this, and this. Oh, you might have a cavity or blah, and then
They do try to upsell you.
all the
That's-
time.
I think that's a newish thing within the last 10 years. Well, I wouldn't know because I was like,
The old dental upsell.
yeah.
It's like taking your car to get the oil changed. It's like, well, you need a new air filter.
Yeah.
Oh, your timing belt's going out. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, fuck you. Brush my teeth.
Clean my teeth, bitch.
Scrape my gums, bitch. I talk to the male doctor, dentist that way. Never call a woman a bitch. However, I do call Olivia a bitch all the time.
Well, she is.
I know, and it upsets Kate. She's like, don't call her that. I'm like, and I'm just always like, that's what she is, though. I'm so funny.
That joke should have got old after like the second time.
Oh, dude. You know
that's
me.
That's a 6-year-old joke.
You know me.
I know.
So yeah, I'm trying to think of something to invest in. So health is a good starting point.
Are you really?
Yeah. I got a little walking around.
The way
money.
you said that was like, are you really, though? Are you really doing it?
Yeah.
I didn't know if this was a conversation prompter if you're really looking at investing in something.
No,
Don't do it.
Don't invest.
Nah, don't do
Just
it.
bury it in the backyard.
I don't know. There's you
Savings
remember
accounts.
whenever
Cooking knives.
yeah Put a pin in
Vacuums.
that. I got screwed in 2000 whenever the first .com bubble burst. You remember?
Mhm.
Do you remember when that went on? Things like pets.com and all these .coms popped up, and then everybody. So I had came across from my dad. My dad died when I was like 6, and from then till 18, my mom was putting Social Security checks in a bank account, and I think I had like 15,000. And everybody at that time was saying, invest in the internet. And I went to meet with this Morgan Stanley guy in Edmond.
Fucking con
And I was
artist.
18.
Was he a con artist?
No, they weren't like car salesmen.
Okay.
No, he didn't seem like very thirsty for the money. I think they had enough clients. Wanting to get in on the internet.
Did you feel like you were like an adult when you did that?
No,
Like,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna go
like
have
wear a suit or
business
anything.
meeting.
It was when we were in our first band, or the first band that you and I were in together. It was probably around that time.
Okay.
And I think I probably wore what I would have worn to band practice, because I thought it would have been cool to be like, I'm investing in the stock market, but
I look like
a punk
Julian
rocker.
Casablancas or whatever.
Yeah, I thought I was going to impress him or something. And I went in there and I was like, I want something liquid that I can get like $500 a month off of, thinking that was a thing. You could put in 15,000 and get $500 a month somehow. And so I ended up losing it within 6 months. It was down to $2,000.
Oh.
So that's why I'm wary about telling
Investing is
anybody.
gambling. I've never really. I went through a period when I got some family money. I guess inheritance money. It's like, yeah, maybe we should invest in like an IRA or something, knowing nothing about it.
I don't even know what that is.
It's I don't know.
It's an investment.
It's a savings plan where it has a high yield interest rate and blah, blah, blah. Reading about it and talking to people about it, it's like, this is too much. No, there's no fuck. I don't trust myself. I don't trust another person to invest my money properly. What I'm going to do is just going to literally take this $12,000 cash. I'm going to put it in an envelope. I'm going to put it in the ceiling tiles of my apartment. And that's how I saved my money.
I think more you should try to invest that into a business. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not growing in your ceiling tiles. You can't trust it to grow in the markets. So put it into a venture. That's what I would say. Because then you're just relying on yourself.
So like a mobile pet grooming place.
Why not?
Or I don't know, one of another million vape shops. That's probably a really good investment, right? A vape shop. CBD.
No.
I like it. No, that's not going to work.
No. Just going to buy guitars. You know what there's a lot of money in right now is quilting.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
No. But I wanted to talk about it. I've been looking for a new
Master
hobby.
segues.
I've been looking for a new hobby. And
Whoa. You want to get into quilting, bro?
kinda.
Okay.
I appreciate
Do
it.
you really?
I really do. I've always. I remember I was a young man.
Checkerboard square.
Yep, it all started with that checkerboard square. I had this quilt as a child, and we called it checkerboard square. I have no idea why, but I loved this quilt, and my grandma gave it to me, and I just had all these nice quilts growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And now Kate's grandma quilts, and she's like master quilter.
She's a quilting bee.
Quiltess. Is it a quiltess? I don't know.
Quiltessa.
She makes these beautiful quilts. And, you know, I can just really appreciate a good quilt. I think the patterns are beautiful. Now, I'm not talking like Amish looking shit. I'm talking like, I've seen some very modern quilts that are still the same method, but they're beautiful. And every time I see a really nice quilt somewhere, I'm like, that would be so fulfilling to know that you made that.
Yeah.
And that you have control over the colors and the patterns and the thickness and the width and the length.
Get yourself started. Go to Joann's Fabrics Dinah's made a couple, like they're like patchwork quilts, those t-shirt quilts or whatever.
Okay, you nailed it. So I tweeted about quilting the other day, and a friend of mine, Jordan, replied. He said, make a quilt out of all your old band t-shirts.
There you go.
And I was like, there's no way I'm making a quilt of shame. A cringe quilt? No way. Like, oh, that's one of the reasons I want to get rid of those t-shirts is because there's some real stinkers in the box.
How many quilts do you need? And these are just going to be laying around here.
The beauty of the quilt, though, is that you give the quilt
Of your old t-shirts.
No. But imagine, man, if Christmas rolled around and I surprised either of you
With the handmade quilt?
with a beautiful, modern,
That'd be
manly, handmade quilt that I spent
Yeah.
hours on.
Yeah.
And it was just beautiful.
That would be nice.
And that would be an investment for you. You can start selling your quilts on your mercantile website.
Or
I think so.
I think you could scratch this itch with like a 1,000-piece puzzle.
I hate puzzles, man.
But here's the thing: you build that
fucking hate
puzzle.
puzzles.
What nice to have a puzzle. What do you do? Fucking what? Okay.
Why? How much better is a quilt?
You
get
can sell
to
that
cover-
quilt.
You can
lay under a puzzle.
You can lay under.
can't lay under
No.
a puzzle.
I find puzzles they bother me. So you build this, you put this puzzle together, you stress, you spend all this time, and then it's together. Then what are you going to do? You know those psychos that frame your puzzle?
No.
There's people that do that.
You slap a little Mod Podge on the top.
Yeah.
and
It's compartmentalizing your urges in this modern world
Sure.
where you can do that. You can get your needs quickly
Mm-hmm.
in any way that you need to. And so if you have that meticulous need to build a thing in a big project that might take some time, the puzzle will scratch that itch. What else does the quilt do? If you need something soft, you can go buy a soft blanket.
But you made something usable with your own
Or
hands.
even if you...
How usable is it?
You use it every
Are
night.
you fucking cold? You put a quilt on
Do
your
you
ass.
sleep?
Yeah.
Are you lacking blankets?
No. I have too many blankets, but I don't have enough quilts.
You have enough.
I have enough paper thin sheets. I need something warm.
Threadbare shitter. No, I just you've never touched a quilt and been like, man, that is a nice, when they're nice and heavy,
Mm-hmm.
but yet soft at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. And I started thinking about it and I was like, you can Google cool quilt. Okay.
Cool
And a
quilt. Go to
million-
coolquilt.com. They're everywhere.
No,
Matt
I'm sure
bought it back in
I
the
do like those
2000s.
Amish ones, speaking of, but I want to hear what the cool quilts are that you're thinking of.
Well, I also appreciate the Amish quilt, the classic. I like a single color quilt. I like a classic floral mom quilt, like a 90s mom quilt.
What about
okay.
a Crown Royal bag quilt?
Oh,
boy.
God.
So but the quilts that have like the fucking where there's like tassel kind of things hanging off of each little patch. You know what I mean? Like materials
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like frayed out.
Yep, frayed
Yeah.
out. Yep, looks like the bottom of like a cut off pair of jean shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just patched
no,
down-
no,
yeah.
my quilts will be tighter than that.
Way tighter.
But if you look up cool quilt, there are so many like asymmetrical designs and beautiful colors, and it's just like I just sit there and just daydream, man.
If you're going to do quilts, I could see it if you laid it out in Illustrator first and you made a psychedelic looking quilt.
Yeah.
Something
Dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But no grandma quilts.
No. I wouldn't.
What you do is you make
quilt.
a quilt that can also be a tapestry.
Well, a tapestry is, let's be honest, it's half of a
It's
quilt.
basically a quilt.
It's one side of a quilt.
It's missing the quilting on
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah, and that is the key. The quilting. It's not just for toilet paper. Quilting is cool. They make machines that do it, but then there's also like I think Kate's grandma does it all by hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go over to their house every once in a while, and she'll be out in the shop quilting, and I'll just sit there and stare at it. And I'm just like, damn, that's where I need to learn.
What
I got
is
an
it about-
in.
what is it
I
about
got an in.
The quilting that makes an item like a nice quilted lining of a jacket. Like that's a nice lining.
It's that extra. It's that extra step.
It's
of
like
care.
the beveled glass. It's just the extra little bit, just that extra touch. You know,
It's like beveled cloth.
like quilted northern is. I don't like it. It's too much quilt.
I was waiting for that.
It's too
Angel
much.
Soft is my brand, by the way. Get it at Dollar General, Walmart.
We're gonna talk
You know?
shit tickets. I use 7th generation.
I've never heard of that.
It's
Yeah.
it's recycled. It's made from 100% recycled.
Of course you
paper.
do. How's your asshole?
Not great.
I figured.
Not
Is it
great.
the brown scrapey, like
Yeah.
A little bit of blood on there when you wipe.
I used to use the Quilt in Northern, but man, it just felt like I'm wiping my ass with a pillow, and it's like it's not doing anything, you know?
You should try an actual quilt. I'll make you one.
A shit quilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just toss it right out.
Wring it out and reuse it. No, I really have been thinking about it. I mean, I don't really need another hobby. I'm actually trying to downsize my hobbies right now.
No, it's always good to expand your interests, though.
I know.
And you do that a lot because you pick a thing up, go hard, and move on, which is not bad. That's not the way I do things. I tend to pick something up and want to like pursue it until I can. I'm an expert of no thing that I ever pick up, but
you're a jack of
I
all
want to
trades.
try as hard as I can to like get to the apex of what I can do with the thing.
Right.
That's not even true. That makes me sound like I try harder than I do. But I
You
see
want to have a
value
general
in
understanding of it and grasp it. I see that.
But I think it's cool to jump around at things too.
Tortoise in the hair, man, right? Like you can either like, bam, this thing is fucking awesome, and then you kind of fizzle out, which is why that's the method I do. Like, but yours more of like the
I pick up a thing and fizzle.
Case in point, the business you have, you learned how to make a fucking CNC. You learned how to do all this shit by just willing it.
I could never do that.
It's like you sat down and did it. Like, I would love to, but once it gets to be like week 3, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore.
Once I watch the 3rd YouTube video, I'm like, nah.
Like, wait, I got to buy more tools? Nah, I'm good.
Quilts it is.
Quilts.
That's why I got sucked into that. It was a funnel I spun down, just like you both spun down the guitar funnel and guitar gear and music gear, and it sucks you. You can't leave it. It's not a matter of like, I tried so hard to learn how to build that machine. It just clicked with me and I couldn't not do it.
How is the sign business? How are things in the world of wood?
I feel like
I'm curious.
Every day I wake up, I feel like it's the last day I'm going to be in business for myself. I've gotten used to the dread aspect of it. But the
sounds
orders,
nice. I think things are going really well.
No, that's what's
great.
cool. Is when you get, that's just like starting any new thing that's like risky, I guess, or important, or you have something on the line.
I could see that.
As anything you're scared about, right? You just go do it, and then it's not that you stop being scared of it. It's maybe more that you get used to being scared of it.
Sure.
And that's your new baseline.
I could see like the fear of failure is what lights the fire into your ass to like keep it fucking going. Like,
some days, I don't know. I'm still pretty lazy in general.
Well, don't fucking be lazy on my mom's fucking dining room table and fuck it up.
Today. I worked on it today.
Put some beveled glass on there for her.
What was she talking about, by the way, with the cracks? Is it like those tabletops that have like the blue
Eaves.
stuff?
That's what I thought she was talking about, but it wasn't that.
What's that called? Resin? Isn't it something resin?
Yeah. It could be like fiberglass resin or
Like
acrylic.
resin?
I think those are cool, for the record. I don't know if you can get into doing that. But
it's the new, and it's always turquoise too.
It is turquoise.
It looks very Pinteresty.
It does. It looks very rink gallery.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's pretty if it's done right. I don't know. I think it's cool looking. Whatever, okay? I like it. Let me like what I like.
Oh.
So would you cover yourself with the quilt that I made?
You could sell your quilts on Etsy and have a good Pinterest board going.
Dude,
with
you
those.
can have a quilt booth at the rink and you'd sell.
Dude, that's actually a very niche quilt thing.
Here you go, go into business. You make the quilt rack that houses the quilts.
Yes.
Robbie makes the quilt.
Yes.
I was just thinking like a dude, for one, who's not like a 60-year-old or 70-year-old dude, and a hip dude.
Does a
or
dude
hip quilts.
quilt?
Sure.
That was my question to myself going into this. I was like, what if I did find a quilting group?
It's going to be you and a bunch of like Marthas.
A guild. What? Maybe I would. I get along very well with old women.
Sure, but like
they love me.
I guess everywhere I'm thinking about where a group that I would want to go to, I'd want to drink with them, but you're not drinking so much now, so that might work out.
Yeah.
You could drink tea.
I love tea.
Tea, I mean, there's medicine. You can always take medicine.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure there's some ladies on medicine.
Get really stoned on medicine and quilt for hours. That sounds like a dream. Listening to podcasts, if that was my job, just to kind of like what you do, but, sub out the wood for fabric.
No, that to me feels like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. That's what I was trying to get at earlier, is your mind locks onto a thing, and you can listen to a podcast and you don't necessarily like enjoy this thing as if it's your lifeblood or something.
Right.
It's just something that you're doing.
You get in that flow state.
When we worked at the rug place, that was kind of like a quilt.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
It's a floor quilt.
It's a floor. Yeah.
No.
It's a premium floor quilt.
And you were covered in cow hair.
Oh.
And we're making how much? $10 an hour.
I think I was making
like
$10 an hour. Yeah.
And in Austin money, that ain't much.
Yeah. In Austin, go to the bar every night money. We're just giving it right back.
It was cool what we were doing. I don't mean to get off quilts.
Oh, we're done.
Quick side note.
You can get under quilts though.
Get off on quilts. Quilts?
Quits? Yes.
Quit it. Quidditch.
It was cool what we were doing, making those rugs, those cowhide rugs. KyleBunting.com. He's taken off.
Oh, he's
it's a crazy business.
Still doing
now.
it?
He's killing it. He's
It's
killing
crazy.
it. And tell me it didn't feel good when we'd go out for a beer at night. You might run into a few ladies and they
That's
ask
where I
what
was
you
going.
do.
Yep.
Go ahead. So here,
Have
ready?
you be the
Ready?
lady?
Here we go.
Mhm.
So what do you like do?
I make rugs. It's out of cow. It's out of leather rugs.
Now, if you knew then what you knew now, what you know now, how would you present that? So hold on. So like, what do you do?
I wouldn't be doing that now.
Why not?
But so I wouldn't be doing that now. But what you're asking me is to be like a car salesman. If I was doing that now,
Right, of course. Or if
to
you
upsell it,
Yeah.
I don't like to upsell.
trying to get laid, man.
I don't like to upsell to try to get laid. Nobody wants to do that.
Everybody does that.
And it's not upselling. Okay, it's like throwing just a little bit of paprika, just doing a little flavoring
Yeah,
on top of it. 'Cause you
paprika.
don't know, what do you do?
Wait,
I make
okay.
pedals. No, what do you? I
If
work
you
for
were
a
making
boutique,
rugs for
a small
$10 an
boutique
hour.
pedal company, huh?
You're making rugs for $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
upsell it to me.
I just work for. I make these they're really nice rugs. I'm an artisan. I'm an artisan.
I would say something along the lines of, I work for this artist out in West Austin, and we make premium floor coverings for people like Elton John,
Premium
Shania
floor
Twain.
coverings.
Yeah.
That's salesman-y.
Yeah.
Premium floor coverings.
Sounds a lot sexier than, hey, I make a fucking bathroom rug.
And then she goes, "Oh, that's nice," and starts ordering drinks. Like, but I only have $10 an hour.
Yeah.
This is going on my credit card,
Yeah.
which might be maxed out. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Oh, it definitely is, but I can go over $100, and they only charge me $100, so it's great.
We were credit card drinking.
Oh, man. Grocery? Credit card grocerying?
I don't remember eating, actually.
We barely ate. I remember we'd pack these sad lunches that we'd take to work together. And it was like 2 pieces of the saddest squished hard white bread with like some Carl Budding ham. And that was it. 2 of them. And that was it. No chips, no drink, just that. But we could always get that 6-pack on the way home.
I can remember nights of partying and drinking and hanging out till 4 a.m. But in my 20s, I can barely remember eating any meals. There's nothing that stands out in my mind of like, oh yeah. It's like, cause you don't. You're eating shitty little, ham and cheese sandwiches because you want to save money. You need to go to the bar and maybe meet a lady.
Mm-hmm. An upsell.
Upsell.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come back to my apartment where I share a 1-bedroom with 3 other dudes.
Yeah.
The fridge is empty.
It's actually a half-folded premium sandwich. I was trying to be funny. God
on a
damn
bender
it.
back. Actually, it's an artisan white bread.
It's a hand-folded,
hand-ripped cheese.
Taking me
with
back.
a domestic. It's got a domestic cheese and a thinly sliced a boudin ham.
When's the last time you had to, either of you, had to upsell at a bar? It's been a while. You've both been...
I've been with my lady for 9 years, so.
And I met
Been a long
mine actually kind of because of the podcast, so that's cool.
There was no upselling.
No, because she listened to all the old episodes, became infatuated, and look at me now, playing stepdad. It's wonderful. Speaking of, I took the little one on her very first field trip last week. So as I said earlier in the show, I don't work Fridays. She had a field trip last Friday, and it was you take your little one to school, and they had a pastries with parents, which meant
I went to that this morning.
fucking donut and a water.
Cinnamon roll for me.
No coffee?
No.
Apple juice.
Nope. We had those mini bottles of water and a donut. Which
the 2 sips, the old 2 sips.
I love a good free donut. Who doesn't? Do you like donuts?
Yeah.
Hard-hitting journalism.
All right.
Do you like donuts?
Sure.
Okay. So I had
half a donut.
I had a donut. Oh, give me 2. 1 for each hand. I had a donut, had a water. Then you were responsible for taking your own child to the zoo. They met there in that very little front foyer.
Mm-hmm.
However, as soon as we went through the gate, it's like trying to herd cats. Like you can't keep a bunch of kids, 5-year-old kids together. So we go in, but it was cool because we got there and there was no one else there. And we were like one of the first people to get in the gate. So we literally were like the first people like going through the zoo that morning. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. Had a really, really good time. And it's kind of like you said earlier about being scared of something, but just jumping into it and learning as you go. That's exactly what I'm doing with the little one. Yeah, basically. And I'm loving it because it is scary. I'm scared to death about certain things, but I just realized like, dude, just do it and it all works itself out.
That's a good thing that'll get you past that fear of most things in an instant, is like being forced to encounter situations, having a kid with you. You don't give a fuck about most things if you're having to take care of a kid. And
that's what I've noticed, dude. I'm so glad you said that, because little things that would either annoy me or just like stick out to me, it doesn't matter because all my attention is on her. And it's just like making sure she has a good time and I'm having a good time watching her have a good time. And it's like, it's fucking boring. Get the fuck out. I could have been there like for a while because it's like, dude, she's loving it. Like everything's cool to a kid.
And you see tapirs and impalas and giraffes through new eyes.
Dude, red pandas.
Yeah.
Monkeys. Seals.
Apes. The sea ones. The dolphins. The urchins.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it was so good. Had a great time. But that's a question I have for you. So your daughter's quite a bit older.
7.
Give me some tips, bro. What? I think
kid
you already
tips?
did. Yeah, give me some kid tips. That sounds gross.
I don't know if this...
How can I upsell it?
Yeah, upsell being a dad, man. Come on.
I feel that, speaking of investments, here's a way to invest in the future. Have a kid.
Drop a load. Have a kid.
And that is the ultimate investment. You could be on your deathbed. Literally, this is what makes people okay with dying. Like, you get to a certain point in your life and you feel like that if you've done enough things and followed your pursuits enough, and if having a kid was a major pursuit of yours, which I think it naturally is in most people, I don't know. It seems like that's the way it should be.
Like programmed, like embedded?
Yeah, like
okay.
Like innate in us as animals to further us as animals existing. I think you can be okay after a certain point if you've seen your kid get past. Like I would be okay dying maybe in the next 3 years.
Really?
Mark my words.
Really? Because your daughter's still very young.
If I can get
though.
Bonnie to 10,
you don't want her to get to like sweet 16.
That's how hard I'm parenting.
Oh.
No, I'm not saying I want to die.
Oh, you're crossing things off the list.
I'm lessening hard, but subtly.
You're a good dad.
Thank you.
I'm going to go on the record.
Thank you.
Not just saying that as a friend. You're a good dad.
I can't not be a good dad. Just like I couldn't not do work with wood. I have
kids
a calling
and wood.
To be a dad.
Yep, kids and wood.
It's like having kids like a puzzle. You're putting the puzzle together. You might fuck up and there's that was actually supposed to be over here, but you figure it out. And when you're done, you got a nice, hopefully, finished product that looks exactly like it's supposed to.
Not finished. I give my kid a hard time and I'm hard on her and I want her to fuck up. I want her to. We just learned how to ride a bike. And she had a bad wipeout and got some big old strawberries that turned into scabs.
Some road rash.
And I laughed when she wrecked. I enjoyed that wreck.
Whoa, really?
What? Don't you look back at your bike riding. What is a big scrape learning how to ride a bike looking back in your life? That's what made you Robbie Ray Harris.
Roll with the punches, baby. Yeah.
So that's weird too, is you gotta invite that adversity.
That's true.
Right?
I feel like it's, go ahead, Josh. Sorry.
I was gonna say, but you don't want to like inadvertently like injure her psyche by laughing at her for wrecking. You know what I
she
mean?
didn't see me laughing.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she did.
I'm picturing you like hovering like,
No,
fucking
no.
idiot.
I pictured him like peering out of some blinds like an old burglar. Like, yeah. No, neither. In between somewhere.
No, I don't. That's not a goal of mine
YouTube
ever. But if it happens,
sure.
We can't let her go ride the neighborhood anymore like we used to. So you got to get the equivalent of that somehow.
Just talking about that the other day.
That's so weird.
I grew up spending a lot of time at my grandma and grandpa's house, which is only about 1.5 miles from here. And I was driving around Northwest 16th the other day between like Portland and MacArthur. And I was like, man, when I was 13 or so, 12 to 14, let's say that, I rode my bicycle all over this side of town. Like I knew where all the sweet jumps were. You know, I knew where there might be a porno magazine like in the woods somewhere. I knew, the fun trails in between houses. Like sometimes there'd be a little gap between fences and you can go through there on your way down to like ride your bike at the school or something. But that with this one growing up in such a different time, it's like she's never going to get to experience that.
The girl thing's different too, though.
True.
Maybe if you had a boy, you'd let him go ride.
You see a boy walking down the street these days, though, and I'm like, that kid's in trouble.
You rarely do. It's a rarity that you see it.
You really don't. We have some neighbors that live down the street. They have a bevy of children, many children. And so on one side of my house here, there's a drainage ditch. It's like 6 feet deep, slanted edges. You can go down and you can go underneath the road, like where the cross street goes. These kids are always playing in that water underneath there, throwing stuff in there, jumping down in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, until I go across the street where my brother-in-law and my sister live with their baby boy. And he said, dude, I've been watching these kids play in this water for like the last week. He was like, we've been having a really bad mole problem. And I've been killing moles and just throwing them in that ditch. So they're like playing around in dead mole water.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Those are going to be the strong achievers later on, though. They'll be the investors.
It sounds like the O'Doyles, like from Billy Madison.
It can turn out that way.
Totally. I don't know. Well, those are some good. That's some good guidance, man. Laugh at your kids when they get hurt. All right, I think I'm well equipped.
She should be
man.
on the school bus though, going to a field trip where you can sing.
That's
those
what I
old
was
songs.
thinking.
Pre-K. They don't bus in pre-K. Next year she will be on a school bus.
Favorite old field trip song?
I'm going to say on top of spaghetti, all covered in blood, I shot my poor teacher with a 44 slug. I went to her funeral. I went to her grave. Well, what's the rest?
Instead of bringing flowers, I brought a grenade.
A grenade. That's it. Yeah.
Wow. That is a classic.
The cops came and got me. They took me to jail. Something, and now I'm in hell.
I never went second verse on that. I went to grenade, and that was it.
The classic Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin Laid an Egg. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Or the old jump rope one, the Miss Susie had an but
I never knew that one. No.
When she sat upon it, she broke her little. Ask me no more questions. I'll tell you no more lies. That one, yeah.
Yep.
They all had cuss words.
Yeah.
The bus driver would always yell at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was expected.
Be like, pipe down or I'm turning this bus around.
Oh, scary bus driver.
There was that old McDonald sitting on a fence. We talked about this one before. Yeah. Beating his meat with a monkey wrench. Missed his meat, hit his balls, pissed all over his overalls. Yeah. That was a classic tale. What about yours?
School bus songs.
It's on top of Old Smoky.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
But the original was a little more vanilla, a little cleaner, a little more safe for work, safe for school. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese.
No, that's the one about a meatball.
I lost my poor meatball
when somebody
sneezed. Yeah.
But it's the school bus is smoky.
There was nothing like being a kid and singing that, but like making guns with your hands and being like, You ever do it?
Yeah. Oh, I just got one. Joy to the world, the teacher's dead.
We barbecued her head. What happened to the body? We flushed it down the potty and something.
I don't think
Way round and round.
And round it goes, and round it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
This is pre-Columbus, the preschool shooting.
Right.
This is
Much different time.
much
back then.
different
you
times.
could literally sing about killing your teacher while she's
In
riding the bus
Yeah,
with you.
right next to you.
Oh yeah, and you might have tried. I had an art teacher in junior high that was severely allergic to any fragrance, and we were spraying her computer with perfume every day, like a few dickhead kids, man, bad kids.
Bad kids.
But we didn't play in mold death water, so that's good.
People who talk, that just made me think about people who talk shit on education. And this is something that they always say is, it was designed to, it was the pipeline to the factory working back in the Industrial Revolution is how the school system was designed.
All right.
No, there's books and there's many things to learn in these books, even when they were shitty textbooks. Back in our textbooks were shitty. I've since bought some, speaking of nostalgia, on eBay, some old social studies books.
Some, was it Rand McNally or
Houghton Mifflin.
Houghton Mifflin? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Houghton?
I've always pronounced it
I always said
Houghton.
Houghton.
I always said Houghton.
But that was
weird.
That's weird, man.
Yeah.
It looks like only one of us learned to read. Just kidding. I don't know who it is because I've never gotten to the bottom of that. So yeah.
I guess this goes back to parenting, though. That's the main thing, more so than like introducing adversity into their lives, which I think is important too. But you can't just send these kids to school and expect them to come back learned.
Nope.
It's not a vending machine in that kind of way. A lot of the onus is on you. Most of it is on you.
And that's one of the things that I'm equal parts scared of and excited for. Because it's like, fuck, I don't know math. I don't know how to do.
Oh, when she starts coming with homework.
In a few years,
yeah.
several years. But like she's learning how to write. And like, not really read so much, but she can pick out letters and she can like find parts of the sentence now. And like, that's exciting to me, like a young, malleable mind. It's like learning shit. It's cool.
You'll always be able to keep up.
Yeah.
In a way that you can guide her through the lesson she brings home.
I'm no dummy.
You'll be able to do all the math she brings home.
Okay.
All right. But for now, and then when she gets in like junior high, where it starts getting a little bit more, and you're just like, I don't know.
I don't know what a fucking tangent is.
That's the main thing. You can never, you have to be excited about it, and you have to show them the excitement. I truly do get excited when she brings home the things that she's learning, and you're talking about getting into quilting. You have a thirst for knowledge still, and you just want to explore these new things.
True.
And to see her do it, that's the best thing you can do at home for a kid, is to show that enthusiasm for learning. And then they'll go back to school and know that it's something that they should be. They're just copying you at this young age. And if you eschew it when they come home and you're like, oh, that's some bullshit math. Fuck
that's
that
what I'm
shit.
gonna say. Yeah.
They're going to act that way.
Some bullshit.
No, I'm gonna brush up on my times tables and I'm gonna relearn myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. It's a little refresher, if you will. Well, we need to wrap up, guys.
This has been a dad episode.
That's good. It's all right.
The data-sode.
A data-sode. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
No. It's mow your fucking lawns. I will say that. I mowed my front, couldn't mow my back. There's nothing worse than having a neighbor who doesn't do yard work. Keep your shit tight in all ways. Your yard, your house.
Their stickers come over into your yard, or you just don't like to look at it?
I just don't like looking out my kitchen window when I'm washing my dishes, and then there's just a fucking just waist high weed.
If you live in a neighborhood, don't you want it to look like Edward Scissorhands' neighborhood?
Presentable,
Perfectly
yeah,
manicured? Something
nice. I don't see why more people just don't do that shit.
Yeah.
But clean up your life. Spring clean your life.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Matt, thank you so much for coming on, man. Again, it's fatbison.com. Check him out. Tell him Boy sent you.
20% off this month.
Oh, or that.
Yep.
Okay. We'll see you next week.
Bye.